Everyone, welcome to another Star Wars Destiny video. This time we're going to take a look at the red villains from the Spirit of Rebellion pack. So FFG have handily just put an article up looking at the red villains. So let's go through it now. It opens up with obviously a spread of some nice different pictures. I think most of us have heard about FN2199 from the pre-release events, but it's been pretty funky. He has a cost of 10 or 13 for the Elite version, has 11 health. It also has a range damage, a melee damage, a 2 melee damage for 1 resource, a shield, a resource and a blank. His ability, which is probably the reason you're going to field him, is after you play a weapon on this character, roll that weapon die. If able, you may immediately resolve it. So pretty clean, pretty good. Quite fast. Obviously it does talk about using him with his riot baton, which gives you a relatively consistent way of getting damage out there and getting it out quickly with the baton's reroll. But it is 3 points for the upgrades, relatively expensive. Obviously it depends how you're building. If you go in more red, I think it's a useful card to put in. Redeploy is definitely nice, and it does have good damage, but I don't like the 2 blanks on it, so I don't know how reliable this reroll is going to be. You're still 1 in 3 is going to give you a blank, so we'll see. It does have the heavy blaster pistol in there as well, which gives you a good bit of range damage and modifiers to your range damage. The special is good as well. Remove an opponent's die showing a resource cost. So pretty good. Quite a few of the die in the current set, in this set I should say, have at least one side showing a resource cost. So normally would get some functionality out of the special, and it's nice. A shame this one doesn't have redeploy, but a good balance for 2 points. Then one of the most interesting ones I like from this set is the TIE Pilot. He is 8 points for 7 health, and he has the ability, when this die is in your pool, your other die showing range damage cannot be removed by an opponent. So it gives you that level of protection from getting your dice removed, and it's just really nice actually. His own dice is obviously all modifiers, so he isn't going to do work on his own. People can leave him till the end, but if you leave him till the end, it protects your dice. So it gives you that conundrum of how to best play against it. But I really find it interesting, and he's probably my favourite generic character from the set so far. Then we go into a couple of the normal cards, so we'll look at supply line first. It's got 1 point for support, has a focus, a resource, a +1 resource, a +1 resource, and then a special, and then a blank. The special reads, re-roll any number of your dice. So it saves you throwing away a card, I suppose. And obviously it gives you a good amount of resources as long as you're rolling some, and it's cheap. So a solid card. It'd probably make it into some of my decks, especially on the Imperial side where you've got some big upgrades. If you're trying to afford that ATST, this could help you along, but it's definitely a slow burning card. Imperial War Machine is an event for 0, and this one reads, resolve one of your red die showing a resource cost for free, and it's a 0 pointer. So again, helps you to speed up, gives a bit more reliability to that damage output, but it does only affect red die. Then we've already revealed Director Kenrick, which is 15 and 19 points for 12 health. After you activate this character, if you control a battlefield, roll a Death Trooper die into your pool, set aside that die after it is resolved or removed. So still solid, gets to roll extra die when he controls a battlefield. I think he's pretty good, and obviously really good spread of the abilities and stuff on his card. We have the Death Trooper's die, which he gets to roll in. I prefer the TIE Pilot on this one. It's fine, but I definitely like the TIE Pilot quite a lot. But they work pretty well in support of each other, so it's okay. And this is just consistent damage. The E-weapon placement, we can see here, has... see if it's a better picture. No. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 faces, so don't know whether this is a blank or not. But it's got a range damage for 1 resource, 2 damage for 1 resource, 2 shields, and then I'd assume a blank, but we don't know. While you control a battlefield, each of this die's sides is increased by 1. So, extremely strong offensive tool, but relies on controlling a battlefield, so some good synergies there. We have them now. Is a red event, play only if you control a battlefield, turn up to 4 of your die sides showing damage. Yep, it's just reliable, and it's going to nip someone real bad. And then the battlefield, resolve up to 3 of your dice showing damage, secret facility on Scarif. This one is awesome. Really going to speed up the way in which you play, getting a claim on that battlefield. So if you're going to use any of those cards we've just talked about, this is going to be an essential battlefield, and it can really throw a bit of a spanner into your opponent's plans when they're going to need to consider, well, having to try and claim this battlefield earlier than they would otherwise want. Okay. And then the last card would be Lockdown, which is Ambush for 0. Spot 2 red characters to take control of a battlefield. So this is a villain card for 0 and really plays into that play style of needing the battlefield. So pretty good. And obviously you can bait your opponent into claiming and then steal it off them. So yeah, nice. I've not seen too many decks coming out yet with all of this stuff in, because obviously we're still waiting for the vast majority of the product to hit. But it's doing pretty well. Loads of options and stuff, so it's pretty exciting. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video, and I'll get back on it and try and do some more.